Today, we are going to talk about actually creating show stopping, scroll stopping content. So, we're going to talk all about how to film really great content, where I edit my content, and then some general tips to help your content actually get people to stop scrolling and engage with it on social media. Welcome back to our third session in this series, Show Up on Social, where we are talking all about how to use social media to grow your business and book more clients in 2025. Today, we are going to talk about actually creating show-stopping, scroll-stopping content. Okay, I'm going to give you a truth bomb here. Quality over quantity every single time. Now, I am definitely one to say that showing up a lot on social media is valuable. However, if it is a toss-up between showing up a lot versus showing up with really good content, we're definitely going to choose quality content over quantity. All right. And it is so important that the content we are posting is created intentionally and strategically. And so today I am going to give you some strategies and tools to help you do just that. First things first, lighting is key. Whether you are a stationer or another wedding vendor, whether you are filming flat lays or you're filming your face, you want to make sure that you have access to natural lighting, okay? If it is a dark and cloudy day, it's probably not the best day to film your content. So once you have good lighting, I want you to go ahead and invest in a tripod to hold your phone while you film. This is going to be really valuable, again, whether you are filming down at your desk or on a flat lay, or you are filming yourself, because it helps you to feel a little bit more natural when you aren't holding a phone, both when it's your face and you're talking, or if you are trying to highlight details of an invitation suite or of products, and you can use both of your hands to do that. So definitely go ahead and get yourself a tripod. I have two that have worked well for me, and so I will link those below. One is the Canvas lamp, and the other is an Amazon tripod that I have used in the past. Okay. Next thing is, if you are a stationer, or maybe you're a photographer or a videographer or even another wedding vendor where having photos, flat lays of stationery is still valuable for your business, I will just sing this from the rooftops that having a beautiful, simple, clean, on-brand backdrop for your photos is so important. This backdrop, whatever is behind your invitation suite or your content, is going to be like the filler of your entire social media feed. And so we don't want it to be like dark wood or burlap or lace or something that's really busy and the eye gets stuck on it. We want it to be clean and simple and fresh. And so I do highly recommend a linen or velvet styling mat. I also recommend buying some acrylic blocks. These are basically just little blocks that you can use to elevate your invitations on the flat lay mat. And so these are great for creating dimension and really helping your flat lays to look even better. The next thing is some simple dishes and decorative items. I love to go looking through antique shops to find cute little dishes that are like this big that you could put a few wax seals or vintage stamps on and use them to really elevate your flat lays. So again, none of those things are absolute necessities, but if you're going to start anywhere, definitely start with a styling mat and make sure that your photos have a beautiful, clean backdrop. Okay, the next tip that I want to give you when you are getting ready to start filming and creating your actual visuals for your content, I want you to take some time to plan it out and to think about the different pieces of content that you want to create with your videos and photos. This will help you make sure that you are set up for success, that you are not overwhelmed, that you know exactly what you need to film and what you need to capture. And then you'll have it all ready to go to play with and to edit and get into your social media platforms. All right. And so I definitely recommend that you film as many different angles and types of videos or photos that you can. When you already have all of your stuff out and ready to go, you might as well try to get as much content as possible. So I always will film like panning up from the suite, panning down to the suite, side to side. I will rearrange the flat lay a little bit to get different things centered and featured in the flat lay, and really just create variety, because the more content you capture in that moment, the more you then can play with later when you're creating reels. All right, let's talk a little bit about editing. So, there are three apps that I use to edit my content for social media. The first one is Lightroom. I highly recommend downloading Lightroom. It is free, it is an Adobe app, and in Lightroom, you can edit photos really easily. You can also edit videos, so you can increase the brightness of your video, you can play with the colors and saturation. All of that can be really helpful in making your videos look consistent and then also look brighter and lighter, which is really great for that scroll stopping content. Okay. There are also presets that you can purchase. I highly recommend the Light and Airy presets or the Lauren Fair presets. Look into those as options for editing your photos and videos in the Lightroom app. The next app that I use often for editing content for social media is Canva. So I love Canva. It is so great for pulling in text overlays and even audio. Canva has lots of amazing free features that you can play with when you're editing reels or stories or even feed carousel posts. You can do overlays over videos that help to make text pop a little bit more. You can pull in different audios as long as they are free. Just make sure that you are licensing them properly. And it really just makes it easy to keep all of your content in one place. So I like to upload all my videos there and upload all of my photos there. And then I can easily drag them into my posts and use them to edit content. All right, the third app that I use is Instagram itself. So when I'm talking about social media, I personally stay mostly in Instagram. We're working on getting over into TikTok more, but I love using the Instagram app to edit my reels. It really does have a lot of features nowadays. And so you can go right into Instagram, click the plus sign, click a reel, and start editing it right there. The best advice that I have for learning an editing platform is to just get in there and play around. You can definitely watch YouTube videos, you can learn from other creators, but really getting in there and just playing and clicking the different buttons and seeing what they do is the most powerful way to actually figure it out, learn it for yourself, and learn the things that you specifically need to know for what you're using it for. Now, I have a few tips to help you stop the scroll. I want your content to really be that piece of content that when people are scrolling through their feed, they're like, oh my gosh, I need to stop and look at this, or I need to like this or engage with this in some way. And so there are three things that I'm going to share with you to help you do this. The first one is to keep things bright and easy to see, especially if there's text. Make sure it's legible, make sure it really pops. We don't want to use dark, blurry, or cluttery photos or videos. That content tends to just get scrolled past. It really doesn't stand out in our feed. So we want something that is bright, clean, and legible. The next tip that I have is to use a visual hook. So this could be a text overlay. So something that you overlay over a video that has actual text that gets people to stop to read it. It could be your face. So maybe you start your reel with your face saying, here's my favorite invitation suite of 2024. And then you go into the content of your invitation suite. Or you could do something satisfying to watch. So I've had a lot of reels that do really well when it's like me pushing into a wax seal or ripping paper for a deckled edge, something that is satisfying to watch and a cool little part of your process. Those do really well in terms of that hook, that scroll stopping content. Okay, and last tip here for helping your content to stop the scroll is to keep it short. At the end of the day, it is just the truth. Videos that are under 10 seconds tend to get the most traction, tend to get the most engagement. People watch them over and over again, and the more that they are watched, the more that the algorithm pushes them out to other people, all of that. So shorter videos do tend to do better. It's not to say that you can't sometimes have a longer video because we want to have variety in our content, but videos that are under 10 seconds do really well. And then the last thing I just want to mention, because I know some of you are going to be newer stationers and you might not have a lot of invitation suites printed that you can actually use to create content. So I want to remind you that you can get creative. There are so many ways that you can still create content as you're building your portfolio. You can share behind the scenes. You can share videos of your computer screen as you're designing. You can share your swatch books and show how you're choosing colors for your suites. You can share artwork that you're working on and show you painting or show your screen as you're editing artwork. You can even video yourself talking about your process or talking about your content. The other thing that I will recommend is that you can look into mockups like the Stationers mockup or Juliana Mary's stock photos to help you get started. Those two different mockup sources would allow you to design the invitation suites digitally and have content to share even if you don't print the suites. Okay. I hope that this video was helpful for you to give you some ways to improve your content, to make it stop the scroll. I can't wait to see your content out into the wild. Tag me, hashtag the Social Stationer Challenge so that we can see your content. And I just want to remind you, if you have not signed up for the Social Stationer Challenge yet, it is not too late to join us. We are having so much fun showing up consistently on social media this month, really increasing our reach on social and giving us some momentum and confidence to start 2025. So I hope that you will join us. The link is in the description where you can sign up with just your name and email. It is completely free, and you will instantly get a toolkit of social media resources, including a content calendar, Canva templates, and caption starters so that social media is less overwhelming. Join us, click the link below, and join me next week as we dive into social media reach. In our next video, I'm going to share tips on how to grow your audience, get more eyes on your work, and ultimately book more clients. I'll see you then.